You know those really annoying get-to-know-you games? Well, I was playing one with the girls on my floor when I moved in the other day, and this is what happened. Some girl got the question, "What's your favorite TV show?" And then she was all embarrassed and kind of crying like, "Oh man, it's really embarrassing, you guys, but like, I'm totally obsessed with Teen Wolf." Like it was some sort of weird confession or something. Teen Wolf basically described my dashboard for about a week, so I decided I'd check it out. And you know what? I liked it. Why did she feel about talking about something she liked was something to be ashamed of? Some specific tropes and ideas and themes just somehow are embarrassing to people to admit that they enjoy. Why is that? Hannibal fans aren't scared to talk about the fact that they love Hannibal, and I mean... But mention werewolves, vampires, pop stars, and you'll just get an eye roll and some laughs for your trouble. I am not innocent of this strange phenomenon. I feel fine defending the reasons I like Doctor Who in front of someone who hates it, but I have never ever talked about my OTP from the same show that I love just as much with other people who love the show. The second one's a situation where my excitement would be much less criticized. Why do I do that? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Or you know what? Maybe it does. So imagine the variety of reactions you'd have if someone told you they watched, say, SpongeBob and then My Little Pony and Barbie Fairytopia. I think I can guess the odd one out, and it's not the one about magical talking unicorns. Before, My Little Pony and Barbie Fairytopia alike were just kids shows, cartoons, silly. SpongeBob, on the other hand, funny, a classic. Then the bronies came along, and then My Little Pony was transformed into some weirdly cool pop icon. Walk into any Hot Topic and you can find t-shirts, candy, and collectible figurines of all your favorite ponies. But admitting you like The Notebook or One Direction is seen as some sort of confession of a guilty pleasure. I think there's a theme here. Ignore the intended audience for a second and look at the actual fan base for each of the things I just mentioned. Picture a typical fan in your head, okay? We have ourselves a bit of a gender bias. Here are the stereotypes I've seen. Girls like mushy romance, fluffy cartoons, pop stars, paranormal romance. Guys like sci-fi, explosions, Dungeons and Dragons, comic books. Either of these statements are reflections of truth, and I kind of only use them for an example, but interesting enough, they are also a reflection of what is cool in the geek world. A similar phenomenon was pointed out in a Hypeball article I read earlier this month. She points out that even if you like Doctor Who because Matt Smith is pretty, guess what? You still like Doctor Who! This isn't men's fault, this isn't women's fault. Even if this is all a coincidence and has nothing to do with gender, my point still stands. There is a bias in the geek world, and it's not good. I'm not sitting out here to blame anyone. I do the exact same thing. I have a ridiculous complex that dictates that my love of Sherlock is more valid than some other girl's love of Vampire Diaries. When I read The Fault in Our Stars, I feel superior to the one reading Twilight. And I'm wrong. I can sit here and tell you that everyone should like whatever they want because stereotypically girly things are not inherently bad and but it is worth nothing if I do not back it up with action. So if you're afraid of getting offended, get out of here, because here we go. I love Doctor Who. I think the message, the time travel, quirkiness, cleverness, thoughtfulness, general beauty makes it a legitimate quality show. You know what else? I think Matt Smith is the epitome of human attractiveness. Soufflé is my OTP, and I've made playlists, fan art, and a few friends because of it. You know what else? I've been reading comic books since I was 8. I watch as many of the old Spider-Man cartoons as I could get my hands on. I think the Avengers are awesome, and Hawkeye is one of the most underrated superheroes. What else? I watched Thor just for Loki, wrote fanfiction about Steve Rogers and Maria Hill. I know what happens, you don't need to tell me and spoil the people in the comments. And by golly, if that capsicle isn't the cutest, most adorable freedom fighter I've ever seen, I will denounce my loyalty to Andrew Garfield's hair. I like City of Bones more than any Star Trek movie I've watched. Jamie Campbell Bower is beautiful and talented. I have just as much of a desire to tell everyone that I liked him first than the fact that I watched a Harry Potter musical before it was cool. I am a girl and I like what I like. My roommate thinks Welsh history is as interesting as it gets. My brothers both know the ins and outs of Super Smash Brothers. And my coworker can sing every single song from Legally Blonde. I listen to them because I like the fact that they care about something. I care about things. Since you're still watching, and you're human, I can assume that you care about things. Let's make a club! We'll call ourselves geeks.